Pisces and cross watchers. Welcome back to my channel. For the ones that are new, welcome to Pisces Dimension. Like, share, and subscribe so all your friends can find out what is good. Pisces, no! You have the Three of Swords. Why? And he's talking about heartbreak, suffering, grief, emotional pain, sorrow, hurt, divorce, loss, and depression. What the fuck, Pisces? The number 3 is standing for simplicity, expression, expansion of the idea, growth, first stages of completion, Pisces. Does this mean this is 90%? Pisces, does that mean that you stopping feeling some shape or form of heartbreak, suffering, Pisces? For the card of the day for Monday today, right? It was talking about some shape or form of emotional pain, depression, anxiety, Pisces. So this is how we're gonna start the week. This is how it's gonna be the week, Pisces. On behind the card, it was the Judgment card, and on the bottom of the deck, it was the Knight of Pentacles, Pisces. Pisces, is the atmosphere at work is gonna be tense this week? Is it gonna be maybe something happened at work and I mean, Pisces, it could have been that somebody is trying to mess around with you at work. Maybe somebody is trying to make you look stupid at work, Pisces. And with the Judgment Day, with the Judgment card, with the Judgment card, Pisces, you know, people got caught. Now there is some shape of form of tension at work. And you know what, Pisces? When people get caught, some of them, they have the audacity to be upset. Sometimes they have the audacity to be mad. Like if they were the ones that got crossed and disrespected, Pisces. So maybe some shape or form of energy this week like that, Pisces. For others, there is going to be a breakup. There is going to be a separation. There is going to be divorce. If you're going through divorce, Pisces, it's going to be finalized this week. For others, you know, any breakup is gonna not hurt. Some breakups you're like, oh my god, I couldn't wait to break up with this person, but at some point you're gonna look back and be like, wow, I should have chose this other person. I should have stayed by myself. Why did I waste time with this person, Pisces? It's gonna kind of hit you, okay? But make sure that you are clear on what were the reasons, and it needed to happen, Pisces. Some of you, if you were still married, you will not be alive at this time, at this very moment, Pisces. So, you know, sometimes we get upset because we wasted our time. We gave our 1,000% because the person wasn't even giving 50, wasn't even giving 10%, Pisces. Sometimes we give our all and you know, we grieve and be upset about it. But you ignored those red flags. You ignored certain things just to see the best of that person, just to give them the benefit of the doubt, Pisces. And you know, with these lessons learned, That's what it is. Lessons learned, Pisces. Now you know not to ignore those red flags. Now you know not to ignore certain patterns that you know it leads to destruction, Pisces. Whether it's relationships, whether it's friendships, whether it's family and relatives, Pisces, whether it's work related, Pisces. And this is for the week of May 18 to May 24th, 2026. How you all doing? I hope everybody is doing well. I hope everybody is having a nice day. Have an awesome, awesome, awesome week, Pisces. I mean, I've been off for the past few days, and all I've been doing is catching up with sleep, catching up with food shopping, catching up with, I mean, the house is always clean, Pisces, but you know, there is dishes here and there. It's an old house, so you know, every week, no matter if the house is clean, you have to vacuum, you got to dust it off. You know, things like that, Pisces, just minor things. I think I did one load of laundry, and I need to put away other 2 loads of laundry, Pisces, but I've been resting, Pisces. I've been resting, catching up with sleep, like I say, catching up with life. You know, because when you work third shift, it's hard to do certain things. Like, I will be eating out because I got home, or I did some things. I didn't get to go food shopping. And, you know, I wake up and it's like, oh, the place is closed. Yeah, Pisces. I don't like to eat out a lot. Not even my kids. After a certain amount of days that I'm ordering takeout, they'll be like, Mom, when you cooking? Piscean! I have your cards. The first one is, look at this shit. The 7 of Swords with the betrayal. Then you have the Knight of Cups. Then you have the 2 of Wands. You have the 3 of Cups. Then you have the Emperor. And last but not least, the Queen of Pentacles. What is this telling me, Pisces? Let me get my water, Pisces, okay? Pisces, remember I told you, I don't know if I told you, but I was talking about there is this area that I want to fix so it can be the family room. It was going to be my son's, it was going to be my son's studio apartment, but he hates this city. And I don't blame him. You know, things happen in this city. And you know, even police sucked that night. And I'm not even going to say anything else. I don't blame him. But for Mother's Day weekend, I was, you know, preparing the house. He wanted, you know, decorations and stuff, Pisces. And one of my kids, well, my kids saw that. And one of my kids said, you know, I'm going to fix that room for you that you wanted to. You've been wanting that room fixed. At least that area. And we have movie night that Saturday. And Pisces, I always said, when that area is fixed up, at least where the couches are, that's where I'm going to sleep. With my kids, that's where I'm going to sleep because it's nice and quiet and peaceful in that area. And I kid you not, Pisces, it is. And that's where I've been sleeping. That's where I've been sleeping, Pisces. And I've been catching a good sleep. On the, you can say the theater room. It's going to be the theater room. The hangout room, Pisces. Anyways, that's where I had to go get my water, Pisces. You saw that? You squirt at me? The water is a squirter. Pisces. So, yeah, I already told you the cards that you have. Pisces. Pisces. I'm gonna kick your ass. I'm not gonna kick your ass, but I'm gonna kick your ass. But I'm not gonna. Pisces. There is so many men and women. So many. I said many. So many men and women single. Listen to me. Listen to me. There is so many men and women that are single like a Pringle, that they even desperate for a relationship. And I would not get into the imaginable things that these people will get to do for you just for them not to be single and to have a relationship with you or with anybody, Pisces. Okay? There is so many men and women that are single, like a Pringle, ready to mingle. For you to be after somebody that is not single. It's either that or you are not single and somebody that's not single is ready to mingle with you, Pisces. And you know, Pisces, I mean, Pisces. Either somebody that's not single is ready to mingle with you. It's like, Pisces, there is a... There is something going on between them. It has nothing to do with them breaking up, Pisces. But for the Piscean, listen to this shit. For the Piscean that you know who you are, that is in a situation like that, whether you married and you have a wandering eye, or you are checking out somebody that's married and is having a wandering eye with you. Pisces, that's karmic. Pisces, listen, look at this. The Seven of Swords, the Knight of Cups. Look at this. Look at the Two of Wands. Planning. This is planning. This person, Pisces. Either you're the one that is not single or the other person is the one that is not single, is planning. Is planning, Pisces. They already have it figured out, Pisces. It's like they keep their husband or wife under control, under some control that they will never find out, Pisces. They will not find out unless unless either one of you starts retaliating. But Pisces, do you want to do that? Do. This is somebody cheating. Whether it's you, whether it's the other person, but you guys know. You guys like know one is not single. Or both of you are not single. No, Pisces, the other person is the one that's not single. You are the one that is single, ready to mingle, single like a Pringle. Pisces. Did the wife or husband did something to you, Pisces? And you say, you know what? I'm gonna let their spouse to know. I'm gonna let them know. Pisces, don't say no to me. Pisces, were you trying to flirt with that person just to get under that spouse skin, and then that person was receptive and you don't know what to do with it now, Pisces? Don't say no to me, Pisces. We can be that petty. We just don't go all the way there, Pisces, but we can be that petty, Pisces. Don't say no to me. But this is none of that pettiness. You two like each other. And the sexual tension is like, oh my God. It happens, Pisces. But do you want to be a homewrecker, Pisces? Do you want to be known for a homewrecker, Pisces? I hear that home is wrecked. Universe, we need to do things right. We need to do things right. You see me talking to the universe like I'm their guardian angel. What do I bother? Is this person from work, Pisces? I'm just saying because this person is familiar. Okay? Pisces. There is some detailed shit over here, and I'm not even gonna say it. But something is gonna happen that this person cannot get anything from their person. Is it that they having a baby? Is it that they having a baby, Pisces? And this person is gonna be lonely and horny and thinking about you, Pisces. Look at the passion. There is passion again, Pisces. And you know what? Pisces is gonna be inevitable. Meaning this person is gonna come to you and be like, Pasier. Ripping their shirts off, Pasier. Rah! I'm here. And you're gonna look at them and you're gonna be like, oh my God. You're gonna be doing the rosary. 10 times 4 rosary, Pisces. Like, Santa María, Madre de Dios. Ruega por nosotros los pecadores ahora y en la hora de nuestra muerte. Amén. Pisces is inevitable. Pisces. And you know something is like, It's like this person, when they make that movement to you, Pisces, it's like the sex is gonna be bomb, but at the same time, it's gonna feel luxurious. I don't know how to explain you. You know, that person is gonna treat you so good that you're gonna be like, mm. Like, okay, it feels good, it feels amazing, it feels great for Pisces. New beginnings. This is a leap of faith. Like, Pisces, you're gonna rock this person's world when it happens, because the sexual tension is already there, and the fact that it's prohibited, it makes it more interesting, Pisces. But it's like, I don't understand, because Piscean doesn't really get into those type of mixes. Huh. I'll call you later. Piscean doesn't get on these type of mixes, okay? But Pisces, I'm gonna be honest with you. Sooner or later, this person is gonna, Pisces, it's like you're not wrecking a home. That home is already wrecked, okay? And this person is in there just for the responsibilities, Pisces. But at the same time, Pisces, this person is not happy. You know, sometimes you get in a marriage with somebody, and then you find out that whoever you fell in love with is not the person that you thought you fell in love with. So what are you gonna do with that shit? That's why there is divorce. But if you're gonna be playing if you're gonna be playing house with somebody until you divorce, I don't think it's right for you to be cheating on that person, because that person, while you playing house, that person is not thinking that you are playing house. That person is thinking you're giving your all. You know what I mean, Pisces? But it's like Pisces, they are in transition to leave this marriage behind, but there is some things that, you know, they cannot do it at this time. um is it a pregnancy that it just happened, and you know, this person said, okay, I was gonna break up, um I was going to pretty much ask for the divorce, and then she says that she's pregnant, or, you know, I become pregnant, so what am I gonna do with that? You know, there is certain situations, Pisces, that, you know, it's not that, okay, you should take it in consideration when you're gonna go mess around with somebody that's married. I'm not saying that, Pisces. I am not saying that at all. You know, especially I am a daughter of a I'm an extramarital daughter. Yeah. So, you know, I you can ask me all the questions. I will answer them to you. Pisces, I kid you not. You don't want to be with somebody and you want to play the field, or at least if you're not all the way in the relationship, you know, let the person know. You know, when I wanted to separate my ex-husband was like, why don't we stay together because of the children, and then when they graduate and they adult, we can break up. No, motherfucker. No. I want my freedom, you know, and I'm still going through a fucked up divorce, for crying out fucking loud. And I'm not gonna get into that, but I'm just saying, you know, you really have to you really have to think thoroughly before making a decision of who you are going to bring in your life to spend either the rest of your life. I mean, you need to be cautious who you bringing in your life, Pisces, because you never know the damage that this person will cause in your life until it's happening. That is true. Now let's see what the Archangels Oracle cards have to say for Pisces for the week of May 18 to May 24, 2026. I promise this is the last month I keep saying that every month, but it's the last month I'm paying that I am paying for storage. They keep raising the price, and you know, there is some stuff that I need from storage. It's just Pisces, I don't have anybody here. You know, and if I have relatives, these relatives are snakes. Talking about stupid shit that people do, so you don't find out that you got an inheritance. Stupid shit people do just because they can do it, and they want to be happy and bragging about, oh yeah, I did that. Look, you see that? I did that. When karma hits you, guess what? I did that. No, you did that to yourself, motherfucker, you. Nobody told you to fuck around and find out. Now you find out. Let's see, Pisces. What is good with you? One more card. One more card for Pisces. Ooh, you got 2 extra cards. Is there any flippers? Nope. You got 1 extra card, Pisces. Not 2, but 1 extra card. The first one is Spiritual Understanding with Archangel Raziel. And your message goes, I am bringing you esoteric information and symbols and helping you understand spiritual truths. So Pisces, there is symbols available to us. There is a lot of spiritual truth that we don't know about because it's hidden. It's occult. They don't want anybody to know about it. And this is how we worked for millennia, Pisces. But it's telling you to implement that. Research, you know, esoteric information, symbols, Pisces. How can you utilize those symbols, Pisces? What are those symbols are for? But keep in mind, you know, you have to be a good person, Pisces. Don't use certain things the wrong way. Don't use certain things for bad. Because at the end of the day, you're going to have to answer on Judgment Day. And I kid you not, there is a Judgment Day, Pisces, that nobody gets away from it. Nobody. Nobody. You might be able to get away with some shit over here, but you're not going to be able to get away with that on your Judgment Day, Pisces. Then you know what to do with Archangel Uriel. And your message goes, trust your inner knowledge and act upon it without delay. All that anxiety and uncertainty and oh my God, if you know you have everything in black and white, Pisces, act upon it without delay. Then you have Counselor with Archangel Azrael. And your message goes, you are a natural counselor and many people benefit from your guidance and reassurance, Pisces. Pisces, sometimes we think with this fragile thing because of how things affects us. Things affects us that way because it will never cross in our minds, in our heads, through our souls and spirit to act certain ways that, envious, hating ass people, people that don't have anything good in their heart. And people give what they have in their heart, Pisces. Don't take it personal, Pisces. But what really categorize us Pisceans, okay, is the way that we can comfort other people, the way that other people, even strangers, come to us and pour their lives on us and tell us so many things that you would not think of telling a stranger, Pisces. But that's how we are. We have this counselor energy, Pisces. We have this therapist, individual therapist energy, Pisces. And there is always somebody, at least one person, at least once a week, that will ask you for a suggestion, will ask you what you think about on this matter, or will want your opinion on something, Pisces. So that's the natural counselor. That's the natural leader, Pisces. And sometimes we want to have a break, but Pisces, we can't have a break. I don't know what to tell you. Sometime this week, somebody's going to come to you and say, Piscean, this is really bothering me. I really don't know what to do. And Pisces, even if you say, oh, that's not my business, or why these people come to me like if I'm the welfare office, like if I'm public health, that I can, take care of you and answer all your questions. But Pisces, maybe it's something that you went through a few years ago, or you've been in that situation, and this person really see that you know where the light at the end of the tunnel, which way you gotta go so you can find the light at the end of the tunnel, Pisces. And sometimes we'll be like, oh my God, this is not my job. But you know what, Pisces? That's the job that the universe gave you. And you might have a sign in your aura that people say, that's where I need to go for answers. That's where I need to go for whatever I need to know, Pisces. Then you have prioritize with Archangel Metatron. And your message goes, focus on your highest priorities. I will help you get organized and motivated, Pisces. Is there any shape or form of motivation that you need, Pisces? Focus on your highest priorities. Pisces, what are your highest priorities right now? Everybody have different ones. Different individuals, different situations and scenarios, Pisces. Different shenanigans, Pisces. What are your highest priorities right now? You gotta focus on it. It's not a warning. It's a message before it becomes a warning, Pisces. Then you have courage with Archangel Ariel. And your message goes, be courageous and stand up for your beliefs. Who is trying to bring you down, Pisces? Who's trying to tell you that the way you feel and the way that you think doesn't matter, Pisces? Who wants to do that, Pisces? This week, you gotta have courage to put your foot down. And it doesn't have to be in an aggressive manner. You could say it in a nice, graceful manner. You can put your foot down and let people know that your business, you really mean your business, Pisces. You can do it in the most graceful way, Pisces. But you are going to have to do that this week. You're going to have to let people know. Fuck around and find out. Bitch! In a graceful way, Pisces. Then you have nurture with Archangel Gabriel. You got me fucked up, bitch. You trying to get me fucked up, bitch. In a graceful way, Pisces. And your message goes, as you nurture a child, you nurture your own inner child. Both activities are important for you right now, Pisces. So, sometimes we hard on us because we want to see these things accomplished, because sometimes other people, and if any of your parents, siblings, or relatives are putting this pressure of, oh, your brother or your sister got this done really quick, why is taking you so long? Well, you're not your brother or your sister. You're Piscean. You know, there is no copy unless you get cloned, unless you have an identical twin. Irish twins are not included. I kid you not, Pisces. Sometimes these parents want, or these relatives, or these friends wants to put this pressure. Oh, this person got it done quick. How come it's taking you so long? Well, mind your own fucking business. Leave the fucking aside. Well, you should mind your own business. I'm so concerned that you're so concerned about. There is ways, Pisces. There is ways to to get under people's skins, but don't be toxic about it. You know what I mean? If people try to get under your skin, I see why you wanna get under their skin too, to the point to make their blood pressure spike. Hi, Pisces. Don't say no to me, Pisces. I'm a Piscean. I know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm not that toxic, Pisces, but I could be that toxic if you look for it. If you look for that toxic Piscean, you know what? Pisces. So just don't forget to not be hard on yourself, Pisces. Don't be hard on yourself. It doesn't matter if your mama is being hard on yourself, if your daddy, if your boss is hard on yourself, Pisces. Now, don't be cursing your boss out. You need to pay your bills. And job is hard to find, Pisces. Good jobs are hard to find. Just saying. So, you can, when it's saying nurture, Pisces, something is gonna come up and you're gonna want to raise hell. But Pisces, it is not time to raise hell. And love conquers everything, Pisces. Love conquers everything. I don't know why I'm saying this. Maybe maybe it's a misled relative, Pisces. You have some relatives going by seeing this, by seeing that, by seeing this, by seeing that, and is casting this person's head, Pisces. So if it's an elder, like we have these elders, it could be at a family gathering, maybe it's grandma or grandpa's birthday. Everybody gotta go to grandma and grandpa's birthday. Don't say no to me, Pisces. And you have some relatives. Oh, how come you're not in college yet? How come you're not married yet? How come you don't have kids yet? How come? Well, some people take longer than others. Grandma, grandpa, auntie. But I'm so happy to see you. Oh my God, you never age. You got these relatives that they never age. Are they undercover vampires, Pisces? Gracefully, Pisces, gracefully. Just the way that you are, Pisces. And last but not least, you have passion with Archangel Haniel. And your message goes, trust and follow your renewed passion in your love life and career. Pisces. Keep in mind if he's that married guy or that married girl, Pisces. Mm, handle with care, okay? Handle with care. Handle with care, okay? Handle with care. Because Pisces, to be known as a home wrecker it's not nice. And I'm telling you because that's the label that my mother has. She is a home wrecker. You know, she had a baby with a married guy, you know, and it wasn't just a married guy, it was, who was it? I'm not gonna get into my personal life, Pisces, but you know, I'm just letting you know that tag is not a nice tag to have, okay? If this is your soulmate, Pisces, if this is your soulmate, then do the things right. You know what I mean? And I'm not telling you to sex this person right. I'm not saying that, Pisces. What I'm trying to say is don't do anything that you don't want to be done to you. Now, I can hear some of you saying, yeah, it was done to me already. I know how it feels. So, you know, I already went through it. So, you know, Pisces. Hurt people hurt people. Don't hurt people, Pisces. Don't hurt. You know, if that relationship is wrecked already, you can let the person know that you really like them like that. And if you're single, by the time that they become single, then you're gonna be here waiting for them. But other than that, if they wanna take their sweet ass time to break up with their spouse, and you know, that doesn't mean you're gonna stay waiting for those children to grow, so this person can say, okay, I'm not gonna be with you no more. My kids are big, and you know, some people do that, Pisces. So you know, you can let this person know, you know, I'll be here, but don't take too long, because if somebody else shows up with the right intentions, I'm gonna go for it. Do whatever the fuck you want, Pisces. You know, I'm just the messenger. I'm just the messenger and give you suggestions, Pisces. That's all I can do. But at the end of the day, you are going to do whatever you want to do. Just keep in mind, you know, everything has consequences, good or bad. You know, it's your karma. It's your judgment day, Pisces. That's all I'm saying, Pisces. But at the end of the day, this is all, folks. Thank you so much for stopping by. God bless you. Have an awesome day. Have an awesome week, Pisces. If nobody has told you that you are loved, you are very loved over here, Pisces. I care about you so much that that's all I read. I read for Pisces, and I gotta get back to Nelly's tarot and more, and give lovings to the other signs, because it's been for so long, you know, and everybody else, when are you gonna read for this sign? When are you gonna read for this sign? So you know, we gotta do it. We gotta do it, Pisces. I'm getting organized for that. So it's gonna be 2 weeklies for Pisces. You know, I gotta get to monthlies too, but it's gonna be double reads for Pisces, because it's gonna be on that channel and on this channel. Anyways, my loves, like I was saying, you are loved. I love you, Pisces. Your ancestors, the Holy Spirit, the spirit guides, Pisces, the universe, Pisces. I mean, you are loved and a half. I just want you to know that. Okay? Have a nice day, Pisces. The daily, the card of the day is already posted, Pisces. See you next time. Bye.